of all the number 23 jerseys displayed in the Cubs clubhouse. It's going to be a special day, but for now we take you back to September 21st, 1997. It was Ryne Sandberg's final game here at Wrigley Field. Rhino singled to left in the 5th inning and was removed from the game, which allowed for a standing ovation from the Wrigley faithful. It was followed by a curtain call as fans displayed their appreciation for one of the greatest players to ever put on a Cubs uniform, and we will continue to honor Rhino not only today but throughout the rest of the season and forever with this Cubs organization. And today it's all about Cubs for a Cure, so we have a lot coming up your way in the Marquee Sports Network broadcast, beginning first with Advocate healthcare patient Jennifer Arguello, who will ring the bell to signify the end of her cancer journey. That will be followed by an interview with Dr. Siggy Hallmeyer, an oncologist and medical director at Advocate Lutheran General Hospital. And then in the 4th inning, President of Business Operations Crane Kenny will join us to talk about the 2nd annual Cubs for a Cure initiative and their fundraising efforts to help the fight against cancer, and then also a Stand Up to Cancer placard moment in recognition of those impacted by cancer. It's going to be a special day here at Wrigley, Boog.
Yeah, no question, and a great look down from the drone as we continue to honor number 23. And there's Matt Shaw with a lucky young lady, Nico Horner, and Michael Busch signing, all signing for the youngsters. Matthew Boyd on the mound, and the lefty JD, we talked about it. He has been great this year. He's been especially great at Wrigley.
Yeah, an all-star this year, Matt Boyd, that 2.47 ERA. It's the 2nd best in the National League, 5th best in Major League Baseball. 14 of his 21 starts have been quality efforts, and I would argue far beyond quality. He has been that good, and he recorded his 1,000th career strikeout Monday at Milwaukee. That was a highlight for him on an otherwise a rare, rough day for Matthew Boyd. He's been so good, so consistent, but got knocked around a little bit last time out by Milwaukee. They put 5 runs on the board against him in 5 innings of work.
First pitch strikes and just overall throwing it in the zone have been a big part of his success this year, and as well he's been getting the strikeout. Speaking of which, AbbVie and the Chicago Cubs are teaming up to strike out cancer. Roughly 233 Americans are diagnosed with cancer every hour. As a reminder, for each Cubs strikeout at Wrigley Field this season, AbbVie will donate $233 to Cubs charities. AbbVie, people, passion, possibilities. So the Cubs all wearing number 23 to honor Ryne Sandberg, and the O's meanwhile in their orange alternate tops. And away we go on a Saturday. Jackson Holliday stands in the first offering of the game. On the ground, and Castro will collect that and throw him out. 1 pitch and a 1 out.
How about that? Try the new guy.
So the new guy makes the play. And how about the Orioles lineup, brought to you by Ford. Late adjustment, Tyler O'Neill scratched due to illness. It goes Holiday, Westberg, Henderson. Henderson's the DH. Rutschman, Mayo, Carlson, Cowser in left, Jackson in right, and the former Cub Luis Vasquez at short. On the ground, Shaw gobbles it up. 2 pitches and 2 outs. Hey, this pitching is fun.
Hour and 49 minutes. Yesterday's ball game tied for the quickest game in Major League Baseball this year, and here we go. 2 pitches in, 2 quick outs. This is, for the most part, a very aggressive Orioles lineup. They don't take a lot of walks. A number of very aggressive hitters.
I still think it's appropriate that the first pitch of the game was hit to number 23 at second base.
Very appropriate.
First one to Gunnar Henderson, through there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Henderson, who had a magnificent year last year, top 5 MVP finish in the American League. Good breaking ball. That's the curve, and it's 0-2.
He'll throw both the curve and the slider. He's got an outstanding changeup.
Boyd ready. Here's the 0-2. On the ground, Castro backhands, off balance throw, pulls Bush off the base. It'll be an infield single. So a 2 outs, a man aboard.
Castro able to run this one down, but really no chance to get Henderson, who has outstanding speed. Gunnar, he has stolen 14 bases in 17 tries. Matthew Boyd has arguably the best pickoff move in the game.
Close play, and Henderson stepping back in.
It's that good because they talk about it in their meetings before the game. This guy's got a great move. He still picks guys off and comes awfully close on any number of occasions. I mean, that is so good, the way he mimics his regular delivery, drops that leg and then kicks it forward. Such a tough read for the base runner.
First one to Rutschman. That's outside.
Matthew Boyd could have a side hustle in the offseason where he could teach his pickoff move to left-handed pitchers.
Totally. I mean, I'd sign up for that, right?
Yeah, well, you never know when you're going to need it.
That's right.
This time he uses with a slide step, quick delivery, makes a good pitch, doesn't get the call. Not egregious, but it's mildly annoying.
Two balls, no strikes to count. Close play, but safe is Henderson. Cubs winning yesterday 1-0. Got really good pitching.
A little hesitation on the part of Henderson before heading back to the base. But it's not the same pickoff move every time either. It gives you different looks.
And now Rutschman with a count 3-0. Just getting going here at Wrigley. No score. Top of the first. The Cubs and the Orioles. Boyd ready. And that's a strike. Adley Rutschman, the first overall pick in the 2019 draft, an all-star last year and the year prior. This year the numbers have been disappointing. His OPS currently sits at .699, only 8 home runs. Time called.
Yeah, and it's second half of last year he wasn't very good either, so it's been a prolonged period of some scuffling.
And the Orioles this year in the draft, their first 2 picks, they selected catchers. Now one of them likely won't end up being a catcher, but I think it tells you a little something on how they're thinking of Adley Rutschman. 3-1. Line drive left field. Hack coming on. Ian is there. Boyd pitches around the infield single. The Cubs will come up to hit when we come back. At Wrigley as we go bottom of the first. Let's check out the Cubs lineup. It's brought to you by Binny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. It'll be Bush, Tucker, and Suzuki, the top 3. And then PCA, Happ, Castro, Horner, McGuire, and Shaw against Tomoyuki Sagano.
35-year-old rookie right-hander from Kanagawa, Japan. Yomiuri Giant from 2013 through 24. A very decorated Yomiuri Giant. And his splitter is a really good pitch. Opposing hitters hitting just 198 against that. Fastball, slider, splitter, cutter, curve for both the 2-seamer and the 4-seamer. They say when he was in college, and that was quite some time ago, because he's now 35, he was throwing 98 miles per hour. Now it's more 93-ish.
Got a 1-year, $13 million, and a highly decorated pitcher over in Japan. And there's the breaking ball. But it's like everything in the kitchen sink.
Like the box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Sweeper, sinker, 4, cutter, split. Lefties will see the curveball. Righties not so much. Splitter just has all kinds of crazy action. That's the slide ball.
The slide piece.
Slide piece.
up just a smidge, and it's 2-2. And that one in the dirt. Good eye by Bush. Cubs have a number of hitters, including Bush and Tucker and Happ, who really know the strike zone and are good at extending at bat, seeing a lot of pitches, not chasing.
Hey, Sugar Bush. You know, if he's Tommy Sugar.
3-2 to Bush. Line drive, foul, just foul.
Yeah, I read one story where it said they call him Tommy Sugar because of his sweet pitch mix. And he's breaking it all out here early.
Three-two on the way. And a breaking ball bounced. Foul. Foul, says Mike Malinsky down there. Malinsky on the call. By the way, you see Mike Malinsky and the umpires, they have a patch on their the sleeves of their, what'd you say, jersey chop. JS for John Shulock passed away in June.
I was not aware of that.
Sagano ready, 3-2 pitch. And they will do it again.
You see Michael Bush have success since he's moved into this leadoff spot. He gets that nod against right-handed pitchers. It's Nico against the lefties. He's hit 3 home runs already leading off games.
8 pitches, 4 fouls. Here comes another 3-2. And Bush fouls it away. Sagano twice in Japan won the Sawamura Award that goes to the top pitcher over there. 3 times he was the Central League MVP. Right-hander says yes, and the 3-2. Fly ball left field. That one chasing Cowser back. Back some more up against the wall. Oh, he made the catch. What a play. Colton Cowser up against the ivy, and he steals extra bases from Michael Bush.
And tip of the hat from Sagano. Boy, what an at-bat by Michael Bush. Saw a ton of pitches, hits it hard, and just misses driving it out of here. Check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. Cowser dealing with the sun and the wind and the ivy and the wall, and despite all that, able to haul it in for out number 1.
Yeah, that is an outstanding play. Sagano appreciative, and 1 away now after a 10-pitch at bat for Bush. And Kyle Tucker fouls 1 away.
In terms of velocity, Sagano's fastball last time out, probably the best he's had this year. That one, he just threw to Kyle at 94 miles an hour.
Next offering misses. Check swing did not go. That's Doug Eddings down there at third. He was the plate umpire yesterday. Ball and a strike on Kyle Tucker. Here comes a 1-1. For Tucker, he's got such a good idea of the strike zone. His timing's gotten a little out of sort, and now he's switched over and he's wearing a red belt. Taylor documented that a couple of days ago, and actually he first started wearing it in the game where he fouled that pitch off his knee, and that's in there for a strike. And I asked him about it in the middle of that game. Remember, it looked like he was going to come out, and eventually he sat for a day, but after he went back in, he changed his spikes and his belt, went red spikes and red belt. I asked him why. He said, well, a couple years ago I did that in the middle of the game and I hit 2 homers. Swing and a miss, and Sagano gets him, and Tucker is down on strikes. There's 2 away.
Sagano not a big strikeout guy. His strikeout rate is well below league average. If he's going to get swing and miss, it's likely going to come on that split finger pitch, maybe the slider to the right-handed hitters. When you look at some of the peripheral numbers for Sagano, they're not particularly good. He doesn't strike out a lot of guys, and he gives up a bunch of home runs.
Here's Seiya Suzuki now. First pitch swinging, hammers it. out towards left center field. That one is back and it's caught out there in left center by Carlson. Suzuki hits it well, but the park holds it, and the Cubs go 1, 2, 3.
Award winner after coming over here in the trade in 1987. He won the Roberto Clemente Award, and he tossed the first shutout ever at Oriole Park at Camden Yards, that coming in 1992. So, of course, a member of the Cubs Hall of Fame.
And Sutton and Ryan Sandberg, during those days that they were together, lived near one another, and they would drive to and from the ballpark a lot. And Sutton would talk enough for both of them.
It was actually a good pairing, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Rhino was kind of quiet, and Sutton not so much.
It's good to have Sutton here today. It was cool seeing him out there yesterday with Sean and Jody replacing the bag at second. Seeing Sutton on the pregame yesterday and today. I know it's been a hard week for him. Lost one of his closest friends and certainly one of his favorite teammates. Mayo fouls one away, and the count quickly 0-2 on the first baseman. Swing and a miss. Mayo is gone. And the first strikeout of the day.
Good hard biting slider under the barrel of Mayo. Stuff looks pretty crisp here for Matt today.
Pitch pumped in there for a strike to Dylan Carlson. Carlson, a switch hitter, batting right. Out there in center field. They've made so many trades. We just saw Mayo, who is taking over at first base, and for Tony Mansolino, it had been Ryan O'Hearn at first. He was an all-star. He was shipped to San Diego, and now Carlson's in center. Mullins, who'd been their center fielder, is now a Met. Liner to right. Tucker coming on, and Kyle has it 2 away.
Yeah, it's been a year of upheaval for the Orioles. You know, they were expected to be really good. The previous 2 seasons, they had more wins than any club in the American League. Injuries a big part of their story. 27 different players to the IL this year. Pitching's been a mess.
Pretty competitive division as well, when you consider you expect the Yankees, obviously the Red Sox playing better now, and we're with the signing of Bregman thought to be better. But the Jays have been so good. The Rays are good every year. It's a tough division.
Tis.
That could have been a strike to Colton Cowser. He's already turned in a fine defensive play. Time in on his thumbs, and it's 1-1 on the left fielder. Cubs and the Orioles just getting started. We're in the second. Colton Cowser, Orioles first round pick, 5th overall in the 21 draft out of Sam Houston State. And there's a strike.
That's the Bearcats, I believe, Boog. Sam Houston.
Are they?
Yep. Down there in Huntsville, Texas, a little bit north of Houston. School that produced the great Steve Sparks.
The 1-2. Sparky.
Ironically, it's also home to the electric chair that is nicknamed Sparky. The famous prison rodeo there in Huntsville.
And the play-by-play guy was silent. Here's the 1-2.
You know, it says here on Cowser's bio that I'm looking at that he enjoys building Legos. Has a build-off with Gunnar Henderson every year.
Were you a Lego guy? The Legos after
Legos came after me. I was more of a Lincoln Logger.
1-2 is outside. I'm a Lego guy.
He built a 7,541 piece Millennium Falcon.
The 2-2 is in there. See you later.
Back to the clubhouse.
Boyd gets him 1, 2, 3, including a pair of strikeouts. Gorgeous day at Wrigley. Just moments ago, Advocate healthcare patient Jennifer Arguello rang the bell to signify the end of her cancer journey, a symbolic gesture and celebration of resilience and hope. What a great moment for Jennifer here at Wrigley. As we go to the bottom of the second, and oncologist and medical director Siggy Hallmeyer joining us up here in the booth. Cubs for a cure as we continue to raise money and awareness. Pete Crow Armstrong bounces one to the right side, and Jackson Holliday handles the chance. All right, Dr. Hallmeyer, how are you?
I'm very well. Thank you so much. How are you?
Good. How was throwing out the first pitch?
Oh my God, so much more than a sports moment. My patients have all cheered me on and I said, you got this, Dr. Hallmeyer. I think I could have done a lot better, but I'm so glad I got it at least the 60 feet that I needed to go. So I'm happy with it.
Did you
it
practice?
Represents so much more. I practiced.
Yeah.
It didn't look like it, did it?
First offering in for a strike.
Let's break it down. Here we go. Oh yeah, no, that's good. Well, you just you know, probably too much pine tar on your hand or something.
And you get a good hug from Clark as Happ takes outside. All right, you founded the Cancer Survivorship Center at Advocate Lutheran General. What inspired you to create a space focused on life after treatment?
Yeah, and it's actually not so much life after treatment. It's life from the diagnosis of cancer through treatment and then after treatment. We've really recognized that we have not found good resources to support people through their struggle from the moment that they were told that they have cancer. And the Survivorship Center really offers so many different services that really take in the whole patient and not their diagnosis only.
Sagano ready to work, delivers to Happ. And I got to figure at least some of that has to do with just supporting emotionally, mentally, etc. and patients undergoing, you know, that type of experience and needing to be seen and heard.
That's so true. And it is really from the spiritual to the emotional to the physical to the even financial, finding a sense of community, very much what I experience here by being in the Cubs field today, right? It's combining so many missions that we have as a healthcare system and what you have as a sports organization is creating a sense of belonging and creating a sense of resilience, survivorship, hope.
Hammers that one right field, curling towards a corner. That'll touch down and bang up against the wall. And Ian into second with a solid double. Well, that's good to see.
One was enough yesterday. We'll see about today, but an opportunity to draw first blood here is Ian Happ. With a real nice swing on this breaking pitch from Sagano. Cubs against some good swings, a couple deep drives in the first that just barely stayed in the ballpark, and now Ian with a ringing double to right. He's raising the roof.
Dr. Siggy Hallmeyer joining us here in the booth as Willie Castro makes his debut for the Cubs at the plate. No score, but the Cubs with a man in scoring position. And a swing and a foul back. Can you tell me a little bit about a day like today emphasizes community and family, and then when you think in terms of what you're trying to accomplish, those ideas are pretty important, aren't they?
So true. especially since your day specifically honors somebody who lost their fight against cancer with Ryan Sandberg. He symbolizes.
Into left, did he make the catch? Yes, he did.
I don't know.
Late call, Doug Eddings.
Yeah, he and Derek Thomas, the second base umpire, both kind of looking at each other to see, you got it. Somebody ultimately had to make charge. It was Eddings who made the call.
Greg Counsell saying, will you please look at it? I think they may overrule this and call it a hit upon consultation, and the Cubs aren't even going to have to challenge. Let's wait and see.
Yeah, Doug may be saying, look, fellas, I didn't get a real good look at that. Anybody see that clearly? Either way, this was going to be overturned.
And they just overturned it. Doug Eddings, the crew chief, the third base umpire in the call. So it'll be a base hit. See, Dr. Hallmeyer, it's all happening right now.
I know, it is super exciting.
And then Craig's going to ask, why can't we place Happ at third base if this isn't a catch? Castro having a busy Cubs debut. A couple plays in the field, gets his first knock in a Cub uniform.
And again, all the Cubs here today wearing number 23 to honor the great Ryan Sandberg. So a base hit for Castro. Crowd just reacting to the replay of Cowser diving after that last one and face planting as he caught it on a short hop. There's Nico now.
So how about in terms of just awareness, an event like this and the awareness it raises for you and people doing the work that you do?
Yeah. So, every cancer patient that comes to an office like mine feels very alone and very challenged in their fight. And when they...
That's to the corner. It's going to get down and get into the corner. And putting his hand up is Cowser. One run is going to score, and it's going to cost the Cubs a run, as Castro would have come around, but the ground rule stipulates that Willie Castro gets stopped at third. So the Cubs on the board. It is 1-0 as Nico comes through.
Yeah, more hard contact for the Cubs here against Sagano, and this one gets lost in the ivy. Cowser throws up the hands. That's what every visiting player is taught to do. Kills the play, and Cubs for now lose a run because of it. Dr. Hallmeyer, I got to tell you, you're instant offense up here. You show up and the Cubs start scoring runs.
I love that. Keep me here all game. It's lovely.
Absolutely. Infield in, and it's Reese McGuire. 1-0 Cubs looking for more. Second and third. And that's low. So we were talking, though, just about the idea of awareness and how important it is. I mean, everywhere.
It truly is probably true for any illness, but cancer is just so unique because from the moment that somebody is told they have cancer, it becomes a life-threatening situation. And as I said earlier, like what I experience in my practice is that most patients feel very isolated and very alone, and that doesn't even matter what age group they're coming in with, and if they're coming in by themselves or if they're coming in with 17 family members, right? They're the ones experiencing it, and they're the ones being told what's ahead of them, what type of side effects they will need to manage, how that's going to profoundly change their life, at least temporarily, potentially even forever, right? And so creating a day like what is happening here, where awareness is raised to the many amongst us that are fighting this disease, many thankfully winning the fight, many are fighting for the rest of their life as they're living with cancer. And then like we're honoring Sandberg today, there's lots of people who have lost their fight, which we cannot forget and need to honor their fight.
The number 23 hanging from the right field foul pole. McGuire with a count 3-1. Infield in. The Cubs have taken a 1-0 lead. Sagano. Fly ball left field. Cowser drifting back. Castro's going to tag. And here comes Willie. Throw to the plate is too late. And it's 2-0. It gets away, but Horner's going to stay put at second.
Cowser showing off a pretty strong arm here, but Cubs get the second run of the game. Nico decided to play it halfway, so he wasn't able to get back, tag up, and advances this ball kicked away from the catcher.
Up here in the booth, we've been joined by Siggy Hallmeyer, Dr. Siggy Hallmeyer, oncologist and medical director at Advocate Lutheran General Hospital. Cubs for a cure. Time called at the plate. No pitch clock violation. So that'll be ball one on Tomoyuki Sagano. So Emil Jimenez hop out from behind the plate and make the declaration that the pitch clock had expired. Corners at second. There's 2 outs. All right, now how have you experienced today in terms of the way things have gone and just the energy in the park for this?
So I'm a huge Cubs fan to begin with. I've been at probably at least 20 games this season already,
wow.
and many more before all those years that I've lived in Chicago. I'm originally from Germany and came here in 2002. And so this is my team. And just like my team at work, right, it's a team sport. And I definitely recognize the power of the fans that are in this ballpark every time when I'm here for a game, how we all gel and just support every player that's on the team. And if they're having a great day, that's easy to do. If they're not having a great day, it's on us, right, to turn that around. And that is ultimately what I do as a physician as well. My patients come to me and they have great days, and then there's many times when they come to me and they're not having great days. And I consider myself their cheerleader and their advocate to, push them through. And just like it is in a baseball season, right, when a patient goes through cancer treatment, it is actually quite similar how a trajectory of a perceived goal, right? For you, it's winning the World Series. For my patient, it's being cured from their illness, right? And so coming here as a Cubs fan and sitting up here in this booth that I have in my living room so many times when I'm watching on my treadmill with you guys commentating the game, is just priceless. I can't even describe the feeling.
How about our view? It's pretty good, isn't it?
Oh my goodness, yes. Yes, you've earned it.
3-2. Shaw waits. Sagano. Yeah, they'll do it again.
So the Cub players are chasing a ring, and your players are chasing a chance to ring the bell.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Yes, that's what happens.
And that must be so rewarding for you when that happens.
Yes, it's very true. But I would like to make a statement in regard to that, because not every cancer patient beats their illness. And living another month, another year, seeing a loved one get married, having a grandchild be born, sending somebody off to college, right? All of these are so important life goals that we're able to support.
Thank you so much for the visit. We really appreciate the energy, appreciate the message. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you.
I cannot appreciate it more. This is amazing.
Jennifer Arguello ringing the bell. Thanks to Dr. Siggy Hallmeyer from Advocate Lutheran General Hospital. Back here as we go to the top of the third. And Jeremiah Jackson will stand in. Matthew Boyd back to work. It's a 2-0 Cub lead, and a slow curve drops down and in. It misses. And ball one on the 25-year-old right fielder. See the numbers at AAA. Between AA and AAA, he put up excellent numbers, and OPS close to 900 with 15 homers and north of 40 runs batted in.
And 40 games at AAA, and OPS up over 1,000 with 11 home runs. His first big league knock of Cade Horton in the game yesterday. One of just 2 hits allowed by Cade as he pitched scoreless baseball yet again. That's becoming a habit.
Popped up on the infield. Shaw sprinting in, makes the call. Castro calls him off, and the new guy makes the play. Up, new guy's got it.
Used to be a pitcher's job was to direct traffic out there, right? Once somebody called it, okay, Willie, and then make sure everybody else stays out of the fray. And then Matthews just, I'm out of here. You guys sort it out. Vasquez, a late add to the lineup with O'Neill being scratched due to sickness. We spent a little time with the Cubs last year. Very good defender. So the O'Neill illness must have been decided awfully late, because at least we got news of that lineup change very late.
And here is Luis Vasquez. Played 11 games for the Cubs last year. Yeah, it was a late scratch. And just a little annoying from our point of view up here. I'm going to rework the lineup card, but you know. Say it, do it.
They have no idea.
Fly ball center field. Pete Crow Armstrong makes the catch.
You want me to pick on my old partner Milo? He used to lose.
It's one of the, yeah, well, I mean, when we used to do it with paper, and all of a sudden, you know, even, I mean, back in the day, it's not like whiteout was readily available.
Milo used to lose his mind when there'd be a late lineup scratch.
Somebody's a late scratch with food poisoning, or they broke their toe, and we're up here making it about us, going, you know what I have to do to my lineup card and scratch everything out?
And then we all wish, please let it be a straight up change. Just insert the new guy into the same spot in the lineup.
By the way, I got some whiteout from Coop. Thank you. Good breaking ball.
The perils of the job. Every job has its dangers, and one of ours is a late lineup change.
Yeah, this is whiteout, which does us no good because we work on the iPad, and now really the lineup changes are absolutely fine. But we like to complain, and we're good at it. Swing and a miss. Holiday is gone, and 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. Time now to play mound ball. It's presented by Tasty Trade. If the ball stays on the mound, Cubs season ticket holder Patrick Nagel wins the $2,000 Tasty Trade jackpot. Guess what? He won. Congrats to Patrick for winning today's edition of Mound Ball, presented by Tasty Trade. Stocks, options, futures, crypto, and Patrick is up 2 G's. Well done, Emil Jimenez.
Yeah, just tremendous form by Emil. Let's take a look at yesterday. It was Doug Eddings, the veteran, the crew chief. And I think it was an intentional miss by Doug right there.
Let's go.
Rarely do you see anybody lay up in mound ball, but he did.
Yeah.
Just wanted that better angle of approach.
I guess. Here comes a 1-0. And Bush bounces it to first. And Mayo records the out. Here comes Kyle Tucker to the plate. Tuck struck out swinging his first time. He's been in a funk. There's no question about it. You look at Tucker over the course of the last 24 games, and he's hitting just .210. And over that stretch, he has only 4 extra base hits. Now, there is an aspect of that stretch that we haven't really talked about, and that is to rewind. Now, he recently fouled a ball off of his knee, but if you remember back in early June 1st to be exact, he was sliding into second base, and his right hand curled underneath him. He injured his right index finger. Look at the way the right hand gets under his body and eventually pops back out. But it forced him to come out of that game and then miss a game, and the hand really has not been right since then. So you're talking about 2 months of him playing through it, and the power has suffered. And look, he's got some quirks to him. He's a guy that he grabs the bat really hard. He likes to, it's not like softly nestled in his fingers. He squeezes the bat. And that right index finger, the gas pedal, as Dustin Kelly calls it, it's been hard for him. Fly ball left field. And Cowser up against the wall, and he makes the play. Man, has he turned in a couple of gorgeous efforts here today, and there are 2 outs.
Yeah, up against the wall to take extra bases away from Michael Bush, and now this play, this ball is drifting away from him. Great concentration. See, the right hand goes up against the wall just to get a measure of where he is exactly on the field. Put himself a day out there and left.
So Cows are making a fine play. Yeah, the first one to Seiya Suzuki misses. Suzuki knows Sagano well. Highly decorated pitcher over in Japan. He's a few years Seiya's senior. Brett Counsell doing the limbo.
Sagano's uncle was the manager of the Yomiuri Giants when he first joined that club.
Yeah, because he was, I think he was originally drafted by a different team.
Yes.
He pulled the Peyton Manning.
Yeah, well, he let it be known that he wanted to be drafted by Yomiuri and play for his uncle. Had been a lifelong dream of his to play for the Giants. And some thought it was underhanded that the other club drafted him.
Yes.
So much so that his dad or his uncle accused him of violating human rights or something to that effect.
Yep.
So he decided not to sign. He waited a year until the next year and then was drafted first by the Giants and was able to join that club.
Pretty incredible career over there for the Tokyo Giants. And again, the Sawamura Award named after Eiki Sawamura, who pitched in Japan, ultimately perished in combat in World War II, he tried to say. But Sawamura, the one thing that's neat about that award, so he pitched over in Japan, but before there was even a pro league, you know, they used to send the top American players over to sort of barnstorm a little bit, and a group that went over there with Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig, and Sawamura was a 17-year-old high school pitcher, and he struck out 4 guys in a row, including Ruth and Gehrig.
Wow.
And then went on to pitch in the Japanese league, and then, as mentioned, perished in combat in World War II. Eiki Sawamura, and that is, yeah, the distinguished pitching award.
That's their Cy Young award.
Yep. Suzuki takes his base. Cubs up 2-0, looking for more. Here's Pete Crow Armstrong. And PCA so far in this one 0 for 1 with a ground out. Pete had a double yesterday. And, like, forgive us for nerding out a little bit, but he hit the ball 105.6, 25-degree launch angle. That is perfect contact, basically. I mean, that's going to be a homer just about each and every time. And it was a double, and it didn't come close to going over the fence.
Yeah, it bounced on the warning track.
This kid's got power.
The wind was blowing in. It's blowing in again here today. Not real hard, but it's knocked the ball down. The Cubs hit a couple balls in the first that could have flown out of here.
All right, so the last calendar year, basically, or the last 365, so minimum 500 at bats, slugging: Judge, Ohtani, Suarez, Schwarber, Big Dumper, Corbin Carroll, PCA. That's wild.
The bottom 2 on that list, right? The speed guys also bring that power.
PCA down on strikes, and the Cubs leave a man on to the 4th.
Prior to the Orioles, he was with the Houston Astros. Talking with him today, or with Kyle Tucker today, he was telling me a story that when he was going through the process of drafting the draft process, Elias was the scouting director for the Astros, and Elias, known to be super smart, he went to Yale and he was having a conversation with Tucker, asking him about his interests outside of baseball. And Kyle was telling him about a computer science class he was taking, and Elias got really excited and said, okay, so does that mean you can do some coding? And Kyle's like, yeah, I can do some coding. And so Kyle hung up that phone, told his parents, yeah, the Astros are definitely drafting me. They think I can play baseball and code on the computer.
That's outstanding. Yeah, that's right. I can code and I get on base, plus some slug. Who doesn't appreciate that?
Yeah, that's talking about a 5-tool player. I can run your analytics department for you too.
Definitely drafting me. Single for Westberg. Got our Henderson here.
Orioles got completely shut down yesterday. A couple hits so far here today. Prior to that, they were swinging the bats really well. 61, 63 runs, something like that, in 6 games coming into this.
Oh, got him! Got him!
Not going to challenge. Westberg picked off. Got number 8 for Matthew Boyd. This is the one, if you're a parent, right? You say, how many times do I have to tell you?
Yeah, don't play ball in the house. Mom said don't play ball in the house.
Sanders, first base coach, pointing.
Here's the other one that I would say, and I don't know whether you're aware of this, but if Mike Leary and what's the guy in tape's name?
Mitch.
If Mitch could put together just a roll of all the pickoffs, but our sound effects for the pickoffs, because it's the same every time, because you can see it coming, and in some form, JD and I are basically we don't say anything, we just go, oh, Johnny got him! Like we don't even really, there's no words being expressed. It's just, hey! Because we notice that he's off the base.
Yeah, and
it's pro broadcasting.
You kind of see it coming. You see the move and you realize.
So Mitch, put 8 of those together. That's all. Is it that hard? Go next door. Whatever you got to do.
Get the backpack.
Get the backpack. Get the backpack. Cubs, by the way, with 16 pickoffs, that leads the majors. And Mr. Boyd with 8, that leads the majors. There's a 1-2.
I want to see the lead of the next Oriole base runner. Assuming they get one.
Fly ball, center field, Horner out, and Nico makes the play.
Hey folks, the 50-50 raffle is having a guaranteed jackpot of $50,000. Fans in Illinois can purchase tickets through the end of tomorrow's game at Cubs.com/raffle, or from a raffle ambassador at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning of each game.
Here they are.
Hey, put her to work. She's looking for some action. We're up at 80,000, folks. She's ready. She's primed.
Line drive left field. Happ coming on, and it kicks past him. He goes and gets it back. Rutschman to second, and he's in with a double.
I wouldn't be surprised if they went single E7 here.
They're calling it a double.
And gets caught in between here. Not sure whether to try to make a headlong diving play or play it on a hop. He opts for plan B, but at that time he's kind of in a bad position. That's just the 3rd Oriole to reach scoring position in this series.
So man at second and 2 down, and here's Kobe Mayo.
Well, he's really effective when he can land that breaking ball, get ahead of the hitter, and then start to expand the zone.
Swing and a miss. Got him to pull off a changeup. Well done by Boyd in the count 1-2. Matthew about to throw pitch number 50. What great work this lefty has done at his first year as a Cub. Second in MLB and ERA at 2.47. An all-star this year as he pushes the pitch comb on his left hip. Rutschman at second and 2 down. Time call.
Mayo wants to think it over. It's been back-to-back changeups. The first one an easy take, kind of threw a scud into the dirt. Second one really well executed, just fading off that outside corner. Looks like they're going to go hard in here. Mayo a strikeout victim first time. It was a slider down and in that got him.
Boyd comes set. The kick to 2-2. Oh, went inside and just missed. Now 3 balls and 2 strikes on the first baseman. Rutschman at second. The Cubs have a 2-0 lead. Got those runs in inning number 2. A Horner RBI double and a McGuire sac fly. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. As we go to break, you can listen in to the glorious broadcasting on a pickoff from Boog Sciambi and Jim DeShays.
Like that, 6 games coming into this series.
Oh, got him. Moments ago, Ryne Sandberg honored on the Jumbotron. Legends of the game and a rousing ovation. As Ian Happ takes a strike, and we welcome you into the broadcast booth. Cubs president of business operations, Craig Kenning, joining us. And look, this is one of those days where we reflect back and think about Rhino, but Cubs for a cure, and you try and raise awareness and keep the energy in a positive place. How's today been?
Yeah, today's been keeping us going this week. As everyone knows, tough week for our organization, for all of you, and for our fan base, for the Sandberg family. But knowing out on the horizon on Saturday we were going to raise a lot of money for cancer research has been the thing kind of motivating everybody to keep moving forward this week. And so today, you know, blessed with a beautiful day. Ballpark's full. Your voices are perfect. You know, we're lucky people to be able to get to do something like this.
1-2 on Happ. Sagano drilled in the air to right field, but back there is Jackson to make the catch. What's it been like for you and for the folks in the organization with your longtime connection to Ryne Sandberg? You know the connection to the fans. What about for you guys?
Yeah, you know, we love all of our Hall of Famers, and I don't get to see Fergie that often. I don't get to see Hawk that often. Rhino lived here, like Ernie, like Ron Santo. He's in the building almost every day, and he's there for you when you have a question. We contemplated taking the bullpens off the field. Let's call Rhino. How will it play? What do you think the fans will think about it? He's had such respect for our traditions. We leaned on him. We leaned on him for baseball knowledge, but we leaned on him for organizational knowledge and just sort of culture and feel. To think we'll never have that again was hard for everyone. Just hard. There's no other words.
Do you have a favorite Rhino story or memory?
I'll tell you, my relationship with Rhino was up and down. It wasn't always sunshine and roses. We did not see eye to eye on certain things. I'll tell you, a thing that defined him for me, though, we were talking about when we were doing his statue and having some fun with what should we do, what pose, hitting, fielding, jersey, what should be. And we got into his favorites, and that's when he told me about he didn't like the names on the backs of the jersey. And he said, there was a while we didn't have them at home. At home, we didn't have the jersey names on. Who was the one who put the names back on the jerseys? And I said, that was me, Rhino. And he said, that's absolutely right. Of course, you're the one who ruined it.
Line drive right field, and it kicks past Jackson, and that's going to run. Let's watch Willie run around second on his way to third. And Quentin Berry will hold him up. Have a day, Willie Castro.
Well, left fielder almost made a play on him last time. Now the right fielder gets a shot. He comes up empty as well. This time it's a 3-base hit for Willie Castro as he smokes that curveball into right. Noble effort by the rookie Jackson out there, but once it's by him, Willie's thinking 3. And he can really scoot, bringing more speed to a team that already has.
It's a triple. The infield is in.
Feel the love there, huh? Like Kittredge yesterday, come in, have a good outing, and let 40,000 people say hello.
No doubt, it was great, especially a guy from Spokane who played for Jared Sandberg in Andrew Kittredge. Tell me about Cubs for Cure in terms of how people can get involved, donate, etc.
Yeah, www.cubsforcure. We're already over $1.5 million. We'll get to 2 million this year. Last year we got to 1 million. Great shout out to Danny Parkins, who, Iron Man, sat through 24-hour radiothon. Our friends at Odyssey, our friends at American Airlines, AbbVie stepping up big this year. $250,000 donated by our new partners, AbbVie. Cologuard coming back. This thing continues to grow. It was a idea born over a hot dog and a beer with Danny, and here we are in year 2, and it's got legs.
Yeah, Danny lost his brother Brad to brain cancer, and Brad, who was a longtime friend of Cubs manager Craig Counsell.
Yeah, lots of connections between Danny, Counts, obviously the city of Chicago, in our organization. So this is a family affair.
The 1-2. And here's first pitch today. And the Parkins family is Counts out there to catch it. That was cool. 2-2.
Yeah, you think about the weird coincidence of we chose this day as our Cubs for Cure Day in December. We had Rhino Flip Up Glasses Day chosen in December for the bleachers on Friday. The All-Star Game announcement was always picked for the 1st of August months ago. And I am a believer in higher powers, but we lose Rhino on Monday, and then all of these events were already scheduled to happen this week as sort of a way to honor him and his importance, not just to us, but like having the commissioner here, knowing, everyone else didn't, but we knew the commissioner was coming here on Friday. And so obviously as a National Baseball Hall of Fame member, so important to the game at large, and to bring the commissioner here and have all that happen this week, you do wonder, boy, these dates were picked 6-8 months ago, and all happened on the week we lost Rhino.
Sagano, 3-2. Hit hard, foul. Just foul. And Nico has been swinging such a good bat for the better part of 3.5 weeks.
I can understand that they try to sneak a fastball by him inside, but the work they've done away going soft, because pitching one-on-one tells you, all right, now I should be able to get in on this guy. But Nico's so quick, and he has the ability to reach pitches all over, in and out of the strike zone.
The All-Star Game announcement is cool just because you think back the last time it was here, who was the local star? It was Ryne Sandberg.
Ryne Sandberg, yeah.
Home run derby. 3-2.
Yeah, the year Rhino won the home run derby, he had 3 home runs.
Yeah.
And can you imagine, you know, I was down in Atlanta this year and I was trying to keep track of how many of the home runs during batting practice and then the event itself during the home run derby would land on Waveland and Sheffield. I think the number in my head was like 200 when you included. So can you imagine the streets around here?
Yeah. Infield in, Castro at third. Horner base hit. And the Cubs add on. It's 3-0. Nico has knocked in a couple. An 8-pitch battle. And the win goes to Horner.
Yeah, it just felt like if he threw him anything close, it was likely going to be hit hard. And Nico delivers this line drive the other way. He's so good at getting on top of that high fastball. Well, that's a pop-up for a lot of guys, but he's able to level out his swing, bang it to right. And the Cubs have made a lot of really good contact here today.
So Horner at first and 1 out. We're joined here in the booth by Cubs President of Business Operations, Crane Kennedy. Cubs for a cure here on a Saturday as we continue to raise money and awareness as McGuire swings through that one. As far as the tributes to Ryne Sandberg, they poured in on social media, but also with the statue out there, it's kind of a place where people can go and have their moment.
Yeah, the people have their time there. Where from my office I can see the statue and you just see the moments of reflection, families holding hands, leaving some memento of some kind. It really tells you how important this guy was to the city and the fan base. We'll ultimately have another way for fans to do that as we finalize what the ceremony will look like for Rhino's farewell. But for now, yeah, the statue is the place where people are going.
And the jerseys that the Cub players are wearing today will be auctioned off as well.
Yep, all to help Cubs for a Cure and all for cancer research. And they'll all be autographed by the player who wore them.
Center field as Carlson pulls it down, and there's 2 away. Do you think about that '84 team and Rhino winning the MVP, and he talks about how it's the first time he felt like a big leaguer and he was a star. That team means so much to this franchise, and to some extent just where we are right here, and how it blew up on GN, and how nationally the Cubs captured the hearts and minds and fandom of so many people that aren't even from Chicago.
It was the combination of the '84 team, Harry Carey, and the GN Superstation in 70 million homes outside Chicago. You know, starts with the '84 team, obviously, but you know.
That gets away from the first baseman Mayo, and racing for third is Horner. So they're at the corners with 2 out.
Yeah, so you know, I had Sean Dunston in the suite yesterday, along with Jody Davis, and Jody was talking about, I don't know why Harry fell in love with me, but he made me who I am today. I'm Jody Davis because of Harry singing my name during that season. So, you know, you had an '84 team, which was, you know, compelling group of players. They also had a 40-year drought between the last time they made the playoffs in '84, so 45 to '84. Then you had Harry laying over the top of it. Then you had GN taking it into homes around the country. You also had '84. We didn't have lights yet. Those didn't come till '88. So our games were played during the day, and I've heard this story a million times. People saying, I grew up in Oklahoma City, I grew up in New Mexico, and when I would come home from school, I had two choices: soap operas and the Cubs. So I was a Cubs watcher because it was my only option other than watching soaps. And that fan base just grew. And then, people forget the upper deck wasn't open in '83, many games. Because of the '84 team, we filled the place. We got to 2 million in attendance that year. Now it's 3 million. And we look out, JD, we look out today to this scene, which has now become somewhat commonplace.
Yeah, a scene.
It didn't happen until Ryan Sandberg and that '84 team.
I was just looking at Baseball Reference year by year attendance. It looks to me like that was the first year you drew 2 million here at Wrigley.
Yeah, 2 million that year, and then since then it's been a powder keg.
Drilled to center. Carlson is right there, and that's out number 3. Crane Kenny, really appreciate you, and best of luck the rest of the way to raise a whole bunch of money.
Yep. Thank you guys. Thanks for all you
Thanks,
do
Crane.
for us. Yep.
Time now to hand it over to PA announcer Jeremiah Paprocki.
Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to join our friends from Stand Up to Cancer and American Airlines as we honor those whose lives have been impacted by cancer. If you're able, please stand up and hold the placards you received upon entry. Please join our players and our incredible fans as we recognize those who have been affected by this disease with a moment of silence. Thank you for participating. And thank you for supporting critical cancer research by attending Cubs for a Cure, presented by Advocate Healthcare.
Powered by CDW and AMD. And most pickoffs single season by a Cub since 1921. Numero uno is this guy, the southpaw, Matthew Boyd, thanks to his pickoff of Jordan Westburg in the 4th. It's a pretty amazing move. I feel like it's an old school move, right? And think about like Andy Pettit and Jimmy Key and those guys that would hang their leg up, and he has great balance and athleticism. And you touched on the idea how he varies
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes he'll use kind of a lower leg kick and then still go over. So if you're a base runner and you're trying to key off one specific thing, he doesn't give it to you each time he comes over.
Pitch in for a strike to Dylan Carlson. Carlson flied to right his first time. Cubs lead at 3-0. We're in the top of the 5th. Here comes. Swing and a miss.
And that changeup up there, floating up there like a styrofoam cup.
Feels
never
like
gets there.
It cuts sometimes.
Sometimes it cuts, yeah. Almost looks like a curveball.
Curveball, yeah, the shape of it, no doubt. Here's the 1-2. Dribbled up along third. Boyd up with it. Spins and throws. Got him. Oh, what a play. Matthew Boyd pouncing off the mound, third base side, and they're not going to look at it.
Yeah, spectacular play by Matthew Boyd. I thought he should have left it alone, let Matt Shaw make the play for him, but he takes it himself and gets his man, excuse me.
Good stretch by Bush. So 1 away.
It's a pretty good runner, and Carlson going down the line there too.
Indeed. 0-1 on Colton Cowser. Now it's 0-2.
Yeah, boy. Just feeling it right now, isn't he? Able to throw strikes with all of his pitches.
Swing and a miss, and just carved up Cowser.
Yeah, that's a pretty good abuse right there. He struck him out last time, caught him looking at a 94-mile-an-hour fastball, stayed all breakers in this sequence. And just a perfect 0-2 pitch, running off that outside corner.
One of the things for Boyd this year, he's throwing close to 70%, or I should say close to 52% of his pitches in the zone, over 70% first pitch strike rate. So the ability to just pour it over has been pretty huge. 13 of 17 first pitch strikes today.
Yeah, and the pitchability is off the charts. So it's not just the ability to throw strike one, but it's to throw it in good spots. It's to hit a corner with a fastball, land the breaking ball. Hitters don't like going up there looking for a breaking pitch. They probably should more often once you get a sense of what a pitcher is trying to do to you. But generally, if you can throw that breaker in there, you're stealing a strike. That's a heck of a try right there. Just missed.
JD, you're a guy like Matthew Boyd. Back in the day, you had pitch ability. Now you have broadcast ability. You know, I said it.
We all do to a degree.
The 2-2.
I mean, so fastball off the outside corner, out on the front foot with a changeup. He's landed the breaking pitch. The one thing he hasn't tried yet in this sequence is elevated four-seamer.
Up the middle, and Horner knocks it down, and then it spilled out of his glove. I think it would have been a tall task to get Jackson, who runs well. It'll be a base hit.
So he did go with that high four-seam fastball, and a good job by Jackson to put good wood on it. Nico able to knock it down, but can't corral it, and it's an infield knock. Let's check out the lead here, the young Mr. Jackson over there at first base. Sanders, the first base coach, getting in his ear. He's getting a little more than I thought he would. You see the lean. It's interesting because Matthew will show you, and a lot of times will say, well, don't show him that great move early in the game, save it for a critical time. He'll pick a guy off, or almost pick a guy off in the first inning, and still have success with that move later in the game. Jackson just tossed his hands up in the air as if, I don't know what he's doing. He was going back to first as the pitch was being delivered.
Here's a 1-1, and that's line foul, just down the third baseline.
And the one thing you have to guard against if you're Matt Boyd is because you have that great move, it makes perfect sense to go over there and to continue to do so, but you just want to make sure it doesn't affect the quality of the pitches that you're making. Thought that happened maybe a little bit in his outing against the Brewers.
Swing and a miss. Down goes Vasquez. Half dozen strikeouts. The master of the pickoff. And what do we look like? That's what we look like, calling a pickoff. It's 3-0.
Cubs lead 3-0 as we go to the bottom of the 5th with Kyle Tucker stepping into the batter's box. Tucker has not been as hot at the plate as of late, but still one of the best players in Major League Baseball. Before the game today, there was a request from the Orioles clubhouse for 2 Kyle Tucker signed baseballs. Well, that request coming from manager Tony Manzolino, and Manzolino told me those 2 baseballs will be going to his sons Jackson and Maddox, ages 10 and 7. They're huge baseball fans, and they love collecting baseball memorabilia. So Tony has a deal with his sons that before the season, they get to pick 5 names. And as the season goes on, he will track down autographs of the 5 players that they pick. So this year, guys, Kyle Tucker at the top of the list, Jose Ramirez, Bobby Witt, Francisco Lindor, and Paul Skeens made the list.
Jeez.
That's a good list.
Holy cow. I mean, might as well swing for the fences, huh?
When Dad's the manager, listen, you might as well.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Dad gets the gig.
Golly.
Strike while the iron is hot.
Tony Manzolino named interim manager May 17th. He was promoted as originally their third base coach. Took over for Brandon Hyde, who managed 6 previous seasons and went 15 and 28. Orioles making the playoffs each of the last 2 years. 2-2. Do you have a piece of memorabilia or an autograph that is especially meaningful to you, just in fandom?
You know, what was fun for me was the pursuit of the autograph at the ballpark. You know, the interaction with the player. So we collected some stuff. We used to go to games in Montreal, and I don't know where most of it is now, but I had a Willie Mays autograph on a ball.
Oh.
I had we went to the Hall of Fame ceremony one year when I was a kid, and I think we got Monty Irvin, and I think we got Lou Brock, 3 or 4 other guys.
Tucker is gone on strikes, and there's one away.
Yeah, it's fairly commonplace now in the game for players on, you know, to ask the clubhouse guy, hey, go get so and so to sign a jersey for me or sign a bat. A lot of times the players will use that in auctions to raise money for charity, but I think some have their own home collections too. I didn't do any of that. I think I have a Nolan Ryan ball at home somewhere.
Do you?
Yeah.
How far into your tenure as a player did you ask?
Well, you know what it was? Some guy was making a piece of art is too strong of a word. But it was a little thing. He took a mold of Nolan's hand.
Yep.
And made it out of, you know, bronze or whatever, and stuck a ball in there, had Nolan sign it, and then there was a picture in a frame, picture of Nolan, and the guy went around the club asking, hey, do you want one? And how do you say no, right?
Okay.
So yeah, of course I want one. And I did.
On the ground to the right side, and Suzuki is out.
How about you? Do you have a memorabilia collection? Do you have a prized possession?
I don't think I do have any one particular autograph that really jumps out at me. No, I mean, I think there's still a part of me, though, that when Andre Dawson signed something, I think he's got the coolest looking signature going, and he's signed stuff for my charity. Rhino did as well a bunch of times. And there is still, I think, those players, because that makes me 13 years old again.
Right. That's kind of like peak fandom for a lot of
No
kids,
doubt.
right?
fouled off.
We could probably get you a PCA autograph.
I'm in. I'd like it. Tell you, his hair right now. Have you caught his hair lately? And I tell him almost every time, it's just magnificent. I keep asking him and circling back, are we getting to a place where we need a different size cap or helmet? Because it's growing. And I was like, how far are we going to go with this? He said, I'll probably end up just buzzing it short at some point just because I feel like it.
Did well just to foul that one back.
I also think his signature is cool because of the hyphen, right? Just stands out. It's unique. Sagano with 2 outs, bases empty, and a 1-2 to PCA. And that's strike 3.
Oh,
and
no,
Pete did not like it.
Good at mound ball. Bad call there. I'm sure right about now Jimenez realizes he missed this one
by a lot.
Oh, that's egregious. That's horrible.
Egregious.
Up 3 down, and I'll tell you why. Because I got into their dugout and I threw that sticky stuff on the ground.
That Bill was talking about.
Bill was talking
during
about.
pregame. I like where his head's at. Hopefully you will too come game's end. We'll see you on Cubs Postgame Live. Gang.
All right, fellas, Matthew Boyd back to work. And top of the order, Holiday, Westberg, and Henderson. Jackson Holiday takes a strike. Holiday 0 for 2.
Yet another first pitch strike from Boyd. We'll see if the Orioles have any answers for Matthew. Third time through. Boom, corner, 93. Only had 3-ball counts twice today.
Holiday's put together a nice year, especially after last year where at times he was a bit underwater. Bounces that one softly right side. Castro tried to shovel with the glove and he got him. Wow. How about the defense today?
If the Orioles challenge this one, they will not. Willie Castro is having himself a heck of a Cubs debut, both in the field and in the batter's box. They don't have many choices here. It goes glove to glove.
That is a whale of a play, and a guy talked about it, positional versatility. I like the eye black he's rocking. He's got a little yellow in there. He's born in Puerto Rico and then grew up in the Dominican, so I don't know where the blue and the yellow is coming from. I'm gonna find that out.
Maybe just to match his glasses.
There's that.
Plays all over the diamond, and see a career.
Yeah, second and short is where he came up, but he said A.J. Hinch was the guy that put him in the outfield some. He has at least 35 career starts at 6 different spots at second, short, third, left, center, and right.
Yeah, so he's a valuable guy because he's solid defensively. You don't feel like you're really weakening your club a whole lot, depending on where you put him. Obviously, he's not Dansby Swanson at shortstop. Probably not Nico Horner at second base either, but still a very good defender. But there's value in just being able to get other guys off their feet. That's what's going on here today. Nico slides over to play short. Dansby gets a day off. Get into the later into the season. It's the grind of a long season. Rest really matters. But you don't want to give a guy a day off if you feel like it's really handicapping your club.
Ball and a strike on Gunnar Henderson. Henderson originally slotted in as the shortstop, and then they made a lineup adjustment and Tyler O'Neill scratched, so Henderson moved into the DH. And squirts out of the glove of Reese McGuire.
That was not. I thought it was a foul tip or a foul ball. It was not called a foul ball. So Matthew Boyd is asking, should we check at third base? Was that a swing? I don't know what happened. I don't know if there's a cross up here.
Oh, that hit him right in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Ouchie.
It's weird, right? When you've got the push button technology and nobody on base, how do they get their signals crossed? But clearly it looked like Reese was looking for a breaking pitch there.
Yes. Two and one now.
I have had catchers tell me at times in the past, sometimes they've forgotten what they've called. They put down back in the days with numbers, put down a signal, and then for some reason in their mind they're thinking they're going to get a breaking ball.
Well, that can't. I mean, that doesn't change with pitch count, right? Sometimes.
Right, you can still, you push the button and
yeah.
you hear a fastball, but in your mind you're thinking you asked for a slider.
Yeah, you just need to add in the button that you push that says, what did I call again? Here's the 3-2. Popped up. Shaw towards the line, chases Doug Eddings out of there, reaching, and the wind was pushing in, and it ended up in a Cub dugout.
Ball's got a little spin that's going to carry it that way, plus the wind, and tries to make a late adjustment, just doesn't get there in time.
Yeah, I don't even think Audrey Hepburn was paying attention down there with her sunglasses on.
Wow. Took me a second to realize who you were talking about.
Love ya. Swing and a miss and a strikeout. Amazing work today from Matthew Boyd. Quality baby alert. Quality baby alert.
I love it. Welcome, Mallory.
In town. Who's the GOAT? Well, of course, that's Tom Brady. Why do we even have to ask the question at this point? He was in town because he was opening up a new card store right here in Wrigleyville called Card Vault by Tom Brady. Several Cubs players in attendance. Justin Steele there with a big old smile on his face. He was able to rip some cards with Tom. A bunch of players got signatures, and I was told Pete Crow Armstrong had the longest talk with Tom, and Pete told me it was all about leadership. They talked a lot about how to be a leader in the midst of pressure and all that you can feel on the field. So I know he really enjoyed that conversation. I did go to Shota Imanaga and say, do you know who Tom Brady is? He said, I sure do not. And I said, all you need to know is he's the GOAT. And I said, do you have a GOAT? He said, yeah, it's Matthew Boyd.
Keep it close to you. It's Willie Castro now with one away. Castro, a single and a run scored, and a triple and a run scored. 3-0 Cubs.
This is Corbin Martin into the ballgame. His 8th appearance, 7 1/3, and a 1.23 ERA. First big league time for him in a couple seasons.
Willie Castro originally signed as an amateur free agent in 2013 by Cleveland. He was traded in 2018 from Cleveland to Detroit, and then signed him as a free agent in December of 22. He's aggressive at the plate. It's kind of hard to sort in terms of career-wise. He's been pretty neutral left and right. This year he's having a much better year right-handed. Off the end of the bat, Kowser.
Cubs baseball is presented by Fast Play from the Illinois Lottery. Download the Illinois Lottery app to play today. Sagano, the starter, charged with 3 runs in 5 innings. Could have been worse, man. He gave up 3 balls that pinned his outfielders right up against the wall.
Line drive and a base hit out into right center field for Nico Horner, who's 3 for 3.
.95-mile-an-hour heater. Down a little bit, but on the plate. Nico scoops it to right. See if he's got larceny on the mind here.
In his heart?
Yeah, in his heart.
Guess it's kind of fitting on a day the Cubs honor Ryne Sandberg, as we do all weekend. But today, 5 of the 6 hits are from their second baseman and the guy who normally plays second base. Welcome aboard, Willie. Bunted towards third. It's a good one. Rolling, rolling. Martin throws. Safe. Bunt hit. Reese McGuire.
Not the first time we've seen him pull this off, with the third baseman off the line and very deep. Sneak attack from Reese McGuire.
And Drew French, the pitching coach, will head out to the mound. Last of the 6, Cubs lead 3-0, looking for some insurance. Cubs and O's will wrap things up tomorrow. The Orioles have not announced their starter. It'll be Colin Ray for the Cubs.
One possibility is Brandon Young.
Popped up, foul ground. Rutschman runs out of room. Orioles haven't had much opportunity today with runners in scoring position, and limited chances. The Cubs have been good 3 out of 5. How about our Chick-fil-A nugget of the game? Drink this one in. This is wild. The Cubs yesterday, a 1-0 win. They were 0 for 7 with RISP and 1. This year, when the Cubs have gone hitless with a runner in scoring position, they're 8-7. Everybody else is 111 and 560. 165.
Might be the nugget of the year.
I mean, you talk about every other team is at least 8 games under 500 when they go hitless with runners in scoring position. And the Cubs are 8-7. And that is random. I love that nugget.
I mean, yesterday the 1 run came home on a sacrifice fly. I'm guessing most of those games we highlight there for the Cubs because of the long ball, right?
Yeah.
Don't do a lot with runners in scoring position, but click 2 or 3 home runs, pitch well, and you got yourself a W.
Click your heels together. Oh, don't know about that, Mike Malinsky. We can replay and I'll apologize if warranted. I don't know if I want to apologize. I will not apologize. 3-0.
Razor replay. Matthew Boyd pitching like the all-star he is. He's been brilliant here today, carving up these Oriole hitters. How about the pickoff move? 8th time this year. You want a little defense? Spectacular play here. Taking away base. Give that man a bat. Let him hit. He's doing everything. Sorry.
It's okay. You got excited. You know Lollapalooza's going on.
Yeah, I'm fully aware. Yeah. Streets are really thrumming here in Chicago.
Olivia Rodrigo's here today.
Mm-hmm.
Fly ball right field. Fans of the game brought to you by Mike's Hard Lemonade. For the love of lemonade. There she is, Olivia Rodrigo, playing tonight at Lollapalooza. Good to have you aboard, Bob Odenkirk. He's a huge Cubs fan. So is Jeff Garland. Good to have you all aboard.
It's the place to be.
Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina Carpenter is closing it out on Sunday. And I think that they have a little
beef, a little rivalry going, something. I've heard that, yeah.
Broadcaster rival. Who would you say your broadcaster rival would be?
I don't know, man.
Keith Hernandez? Barry Larkin?
I don't want any part of Barry Larkin.
Yeah, that's true.
I have no beef. I have no beef with anybody in our industry.
I think there was a little love triangle thingamabob. That's what the kids tell me. 2 outs. Dylan Carlson now. And Boyd has been on point again here today. Cubs used 4 relievers yesterday. Bullpen has not even moved today. We keep track of that stat. Literally have not moved. They just sat in their chairs.
Well, we were talking during the game yesterday. Cade Horton went 5 scoreless innings. It was a 1-0 game, and Craig went to the bullpen to cover the final 4 innings. Cade had only thrown 71 pitches, and we talked about all the reasons why he might have done that.
Ryan Brazier's moving, by the way. Sorry.
All right, got a little something.
Are you okay there?
I'll be fine.
Did I do that to you?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
Self-inflicted.
What about the water? Is that your water?
No, it's mine. Yeah, I'll get it.
Okay.
But the other thing that may have played into that decision is the fact that he had Matthew Boyd scheduled to pitch today. Pretty comfortable that he'd pitch deep into this game.
Nico Horner steps back, unloads. Nice throw. How's your elbow, Nico? Oh, 4-seamer across the diamond. Go ahead. 7th inning stretch brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you.
Today's guest conductor for Take Me Out to the Ball Game, WGN TV reporter and cancer fighter, Mike Lowe.
I was in cancer treatment with Ryan Sandberg. I saw him every day, and he told me to stay in the game and keep fighting. So let's keep fighting for Rhino, and let's keep fighting for every single cancer patient. All right, Johnny. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I never get back. Let me root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Nissan. Nissan makes cars that thrill. Experience the thrill yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. Grant Wolfram will take over, and he delivers a strike to Michael Busch.
And you see the numbers for Grant. This is his 10th appearance, 10th big league appearance. 9.28 ERA. They got him in a deal with the Brewers earlier this year. Back in April, they sent Daz Cameron to the Brewers to acquire this left-hander who came up through the Rangers organization.
Busch 0 for 3 today. Cubs lead it by that many, 3-0, bottom 7.
Michael 0 for 3 today, but he's hit the ball well. Hit the ball hard twice. First time up a deep drive to left, just stayed in the park. Last time up a line out to center.
That's in there, and Busch is gone. And Kyle Tucker will come up to hit. Tucker 0 for 3 here today. Cubs hoping to get both Tucker and Suzuki going. That is in for a strike.
Yeah, top 4 in the Cubs lineup, a hitless here today with just 1 reach. Suzuki's walk.
Yeah.
Back in the 3rd inning, the only reach for anybody in the top 4 in the Cubs lineup.
Ground ball, base hit up the middle.
That'll fix that.
Yeah, it will.
Milk the cow. Drive the bus. Whatever he's doing. Haven't seen enough of that lately, but there's Kyle doing his thing. Solid single. Man aboard for Suzuki.
Well, let's see if they can get Seiya going. He's 4 for his last 45. He hits with Tucker at first and 1 out. So Seiya's been in a funk. Cubs with optional BP on the field today. Seiya actually went to Dustin Kelly and said, hey, I want to hit on the field. Will you come out here? And they just kind of went over what's been happening. And from Dustin Kelly's perspective, the thing he's lost a bit is he's gotten a little more cautious with his approach. And Dustin was kind of urging him, saying, look to get the ball out front. Don't worry if you swing at a slider and you miss it by a mile. But he feels like he's gotten a little more passive and that he's been letting the ball travel a little bit more. And that's the guy we saw, I think, a lot more in 2022. So today when he took BP, as funny as it sounds, but one of the things Dustin Kelly said to him was, see how many you can hit on a wavelength. Because that's what's led to the power, is thinking ball out front, be aggressive. You're going to miss sometimes. Be okay with missing.
Don't worry about the occasional punch out or the swing and miss. Looking bad on a breaking ball. Well, he had a good fastball to hit here. He just fouled it straight back.
Well, the first pitch he saw today, he came pretty close to hitting it out towards left center. 2-1. Wolfram has the sign. Tucker at first. Suzuki waits. And that one in the dirt now. 3-1. Seiya with a career high 26 homers, a career high 81 batted in.
This wouldn't be a bad time to cheat on one, just in case they decide to challenge him.
3-1. And that missed by a lot. Suzuki is aboard for the second time. Downstairs, and Taylor McGregor.
Boog, we have talked about Kyle Tucker being not just superstitious, maybe just a little stitious. Check this out. Before his third at-bat, he completely changed his getup here. So on the left is his first two. You can see red sleeve, red belt, and a black bat. His last two at-bats, he's gone to the blue sleeve, the black belt, and then red bat. He actually told me he was swinging a different bat today for the first time in 3 years. He's only changed his bats in the major leagues twice, once a couple years ago and then here today. That obviously did not stick. He thought enough with this, and before his third AB went back to his regular bat and changed some of his get up as well. So.
Changing the belt is, that's hardcore. Going all the way back into the clubhouse, change the belt just for a little stitiousness.
Or there's a pretty good chance he sent the bat boy or clubhouse kid, hey, go give me my red belt.
That's actually probably a good point. T-Mac, are you superstitious at all?
Yeah,
in your
100%. Yes.
Really?
Oh yeah, obnoxiously superstitious in some ways. Like, don't move my shampoo bottle, okay?
Who's moving your shampoo bottle, JD?
I don't have much experience with shampoo these days.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I'm sorry. We went down that path again, didn't we? Sorry. Are you superstitious?
No. No, not really.
Fouled off the plate.
But so the kids, right? They watch the big leaguers. They mimic what the big leaguers do. So I just want to tell you kids out there, don't tell your parents that you need extra belts and extra shoes and extra colored gloves just so you can come out of the slump. Let the big leaguers do that. You give your parents a break. Settle for just one.
Yeah. So kids, again, the message is cost-effective superstition for your parents. That's what we're talking about. 2 on,
Chew an
1
extra
out.
piece of gum.
Yeah. And PCA takes a little bit high, 3-2. Swing and a miss, and PCA is down on strikes for the 3rd time today.
Tomorrow, we're going to do this again. It's Cubs Orioles. First pitch is at 1:20, and the first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a Greg Maddux 1988 rain delay bobblehead presented by Reynolds Wrap. Be here for it. Get your tickets at Cubs.com/tickets. Colin Ray against to be determined.
Ian Happ takes outside the strike zone, ball 1. The 1-0. Happer today with a solid double his first time up. And he's flat out twice, so make him 1 for 3. He hits with 2 aboard and 2 out.
Cubs probably don't need to score anymore, but wouldn't hurt.
Tucker at second. Suzuki is at first. Tucker doing some dancing out there with his blue belt and blue shoes, and blue gloves, blue sleeve.
Some really bad misses with that fastball. And just a little bit up the way up. Was able to get PCA to chase one of them.
Dribbled third base side. Wolfram steadies and fires and throws him out. Cubs leave a couple. We'll head to the 8th. It's 3-0. Take a moment to send our best to Bob, diehard Cubs fan who's currently watching from Northwestern Hospital. Bob, We're thinking about you and your family. We hope the Cubs can bring a few smiles your way today. Keep fighting, and we are all pulling for you. Cubs for a cure, and yeah, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you. $1.5 million raised to fight cancer.
Well done.
Yeah, just a lot of really cool energy. And we had Dr. Siggy Hallmeyer in the booth early on. Her energy and message, very inspiring. Crane Kenny with us. And we get a chance to think about and honor and remember and smile and be sad when we contemplate Ryne Sandberg. All of it, right?
Betting a lot of those donations today were made in memory of, honor of Rhino.
Bottom third of the order against Ryan Brazier. And Cowser will take a base. So a leadoff walk.
Yeah, suboptimal leadoff walk, 8th inning with the 3-run leads. Ryan's got to recalibrate. Matthew Boyd did not walk a single man here today. As a matter of fact, it's time to talk quality start. It's brought to you by National Car Rental. Control confidence. How good was he today? 7 innings, 4 hits, no runs, 8 strikeouts, didn't walk a man. 5 of his last 7 outings have been scoreless. Home ERA of 1.95 goes down even further with that effort here today.
Oh, 1 up the middle and a base hit. So walk in a single, and all of a sudden the tying run comes to the plate. And
they're trying to crowd him.
Yeah, they're going to try to use a pinch hitter, Taran Vavra.
Trying to get that ball in on his hands, looking for a weak ground ball. It's out a little bit, and that's the difference. Got a little more barrel on it. Vavra off the bench here, and that brings Tommy Hotovy off the bench to go over the scouting report on this left-handed hitter, Taran Vavra. Hey, it's the weekend with the Orioles. Then beginning Monday, it's a 3-game series against the Cincinnati Reds. That should be a lot of fun. Always is. Be here for it. Get your tickets at Cubs.com/tickets. Cincinnati's are currently 5 games above 500. 8 games behind the Brewers, 7 games behind the Cubs, but right there in the thick of the wild card race. Speaking of race, see how I did that?
Yeah.
They're playing at the Speedway tonight against the Atlantas. The Speedway Classic.
There's Taran Vavra now as he swings and fouls one back. Vavra's first chance this year. He's got a smidge of time last year. 56 plate appearances at 245. And in 2022, he had 258 in 40 games.
Career minor league hitter, 287 with a 389 on base. Not a lot of power. 29 career minor league home runs and over 1,600 plate appearances.
Pitch upstairs from Brazier, 1 and 2 on Vavra. Orioles turned over their roster big time at the trade deadline. Line drive caught, and Horner thought about second and then flipped back to first, but Nico in the right spot. Dansby Swanson the day off today, so Nico at shortstop.
Here comes Counts. Wants his lefty.
So Counts will the point to the pen, and he's going to summon number 23. Pitching change brought to you by Lakeside Bank. Lakeside Bank, it's about time. Takeover. What great work he's done.
Well, I'll say so. 196 ERA. This is his club leading 48th appearance. And with the lefty Holiday up there, Counsell goes to his dependable veteran left-hander.
Corner has it to second for one, and that's all they get. Holiday hit it hard, but the defense in the right spot.
Thielbar get a piece of that?
May have.
May have deflected that. This ruled is 6-4. I thought maybe Caleb slowed that one down a little bit. I'm probably wrong.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it definitely. He definitely got something on it.
But it changed directions.
Yes,
it was either off of him or the way it hits the mound, maybe.
Toe or. Man, JD, it's amazing. At least to me. Let's see. Could it have got? Did it get his toe? Or, I think it did. There is said toe. You hit a ground ball up the middle these days. It doesn't matter how hard you hit it, you're out, like it seems 90% of the time. There's just always somebody waiting there.
Yeah, right up the middle, which is what they used to teach hitters to try to do, is really well defended.
Base hit right field. Westberg with the knock, and the Orioles are on the board.
That snaps a long scoreless streak for Cubs pitching against the Orioles going back to last year. It was over 40 innings scoreless for the Cubs against the Orioles, and they're making a little noise here in the 8th. Westberg, who's been on a pretty good run here lately, well, he just gets a cookie right through the heart of the zone. Inside out swing, and leads the first run of the day for Baltimore. First run of the series.
Tommy Hotovy out there to visit as they get ready to face Gunnar Henderson with runners at first and second.
Cubs were on the cusp of shutting out the Orioles 4 consecutive games, something that hadn't happened since 1909. Cubs shutting out an opponent.
Man,
4 straight.
I remember those games. We did those.
The 09 games, yeah.
We had a couple of real good broadcasts.
Three Fingers Brown or somebody like that was probably pitching.
Jackson Holiday back into second after the bluff. Ball and no strikes on Gunnar Henderson. 1 for 3 today. And that one drops in there for a strike. Brad Keller up and loosening in the bullpen for the Cubs. And confirmed. Fouled back 1 and 2. Crowd starting to buzz. Thielbar, the kick to pitch. High fly ball, center field, well struck. PCA back some more, and it's gone. Gunnar Henderson with a 3-run homer, and the Orioles have taken the lead. It's 4-3.
Now this uprising out of nowhere. Orioles completely shut down yesterday and most of today. It was a leadoff walk that got things started. A couple singles and now a long ball and a breaking pitch right through the heart of the zone. So Caleb just off the mark here this afternoon and does it against the wrong guy.
So a 3-run homer. And now the Cubs are going to be forced to rally to pick up a win. .416 feet into the wind.
Hang with him for Matthew Boyd. No decision. Really an effort.
Yeah, that one misses as Thielbar walks Rutschman. Just a frustrating outing for Caleb Thielbar. I mean, to expect him to be perfect every time out is unrealistic. He's put together an incredible season, and he gets beat by a really good hitter, left on left.
Yeah, that's the surprising part. That's just the third extra base hit he's allowed to a left-handed hitter this year.
5 straight outside the strike zone as Mayo climbs back in. 1-0. Bounce to third. Shaw has it. Gunnar Henderson, a 3-run homer, and this game has turned around. The Orioles have the lead. Wintrust and Matthew Boyd, 7 shutout innings. And last 12 starts, a 1.55 ERA. Welcome Willie Castro, a couple of hits as the Cubs second baseman today. The Cubs regular second baseman Nico Horner with 3 hits. But Gunnar Henderson just turned things around, a 3-run homer in the 8th, and here we are. Yennier Cano on the mound, and it's not been a great year for the big guy.
Well, last time out, July 30th against Toronto, we allowed 5 runs in 2/3 of an inning.
In the air left field, Cowser, and Castro is out. That's downstairs.
Cano likes to sink that fastball. He'll get a lot of ground balls when he's right.
Down the right field line. And up against the wall. Adams, who is into the game. So Jordan Adams in right. Vavra takes over at second. Holiday bumps from second to short. There's Vavra.
Nico with a perfect day so far, doubling a pair of singles. He's driven in 2.
The 1-1 on the ground. Holiday fields and throws him out. And there's 2 away. So Reese McGuire will come up to hit. Orioles 4, Cubs 3. This place got a little quiet. Cubs leading pretty much the entire day until that man, Gunnar Henderson. 3-run homer of Caleb Thielbar. McGuire's knocked in a run and he's had a hit. 0-1 the count.
Got to be really adept at getting that low ball in the air or force Cano up a little bit if you're going to do any damage against him.
Here Cano, he likes that sinker. Goes it about 48% of the time, gets the swing and miss there. McGuire is gone and the Cubs are done in order. We're heading to the 9th. Marquee has you covered from every angle. Dive deep into camp battles, player spotlights, and all the storylines shaping the season ahead. Watch on the Marquee Sports Network app or visit marqueesportsnetwork.com/bears for the latest news. Taylor Rogers will take over.
Will be his Cub debut. 40 appearances with the Reds, 33 innings and a 2.45 ERA. 2 pitches, sinkers and sliders.
JD, the Cubs, by the way, are 48-5 in games they lead by 3 or more runs. Since the break, though, they've already lost twice in those settings, and today would be a third if it holds.
They had 3-0 lead in the first. Got away here recently.
Yeah, Kansas City and Milwaukee.
Yeah. Taylor, a veteran. 9 years of major league service time, 34 years old, 6'3", $190.
He's been an all-star once. That time he paints the outside edge, and Carlson is gone.
So Andrew Kittredge make his Cub debut yesterday, a 3-up, 3-down inning with a couple of strikeouts.
And Taylor fires in a strike.
Cubs really have a salty veterans out there in that bullpen now. Kittredge is 35, Thielbar 38, Brazier 37. Taylor Rogers going on 35, Drew Pomerantz 36. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Not much.
I advocate for the old people. Castro handles the chance, and there's 2 away.
I've got card 8 here.
Card 8.
Folks, stream every out-of-market game live or on demand, plus stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. It's going to be a heck of a race, folks.
That was card 8 from
Card 8. Jump on the bandwagon.
Jimmy Shades.
It's going to be fun.
Hit hard. Nice play, Shaw. Steadies, throws him out. And we'll go to the bottom of the 9th. See if the Cubs can pull this one out. Toyota, official vehicle of the Chicago Cubs. By Prevagen, made for your brain. And by Wintrust, Chicago's bank. Matthew Boyd sensational here today, but the Cubs coughing up a 3-0 lead, and as we go to the bottom of the 9th, The Cubs are going to need to rally. Orioles 4, Cubs 3. Keegan Aiken trying to close this one out, and in his career he's got 3 lifetime saves, 1 last year and 2 in 2022.
Recently off the IL, he has pitched 40 times this year, 39 innings and a 3.23 ERA. Cubs need a little Sandberg magic here this afternoon.
Matt Shaw stands in. Aiken on the ground to short. Holiday. And there's one down. And Carson Kelly is going to hit for Michael Busch. Aiken kicks, deals. Ball 1. Carson Kelly at 272, 13 homers, 36 knocked in. To a 0.
Well, 1 pitch in 1 zone right here. Gives it to you, turn it loose. On time, just a little bit under it.
Cubs with the 2nd best record in baseball into the day's play and leading the majors in run differential. Kelly fouls it away.
Cubs have been 55-4 when leading after 7 innings.
Tried to get him to chase on a pitch down and away. A changeup, and now it's 3-2. Kelly, who's got a really good eye, spoils that.
Aiken doesn't have that big fastball. A lot of high leverage relievers feature. Kelly a little bit in swing mode there, went after ball 4, but he's in protect mode and fighting. Hopefully he'll get a mistake he can do some damage with.
Rally caps, rally caps. 3-2. Ball 4. And the tying run is on.
Talk about working a good at bat. Yeah, he did expand his zone a little bit on those fastballs, but fouled them off. Stayed in the fight and then would not chase that changeup down.
And John Birdie will run for Carson Kelly. And there is John Birdie. 1 out, man at first. Birdie's the tying run. Cubs down 4-3. Tucker a single his last time up. You could hear the collective gasp from the crowd as Tucker unleashed a big swing. 0-1. Kyle back in. Birdie at first. Aiken.
Tucker usually remains very calm in these moments.
The 1-1. Yeah, the thing about him when it's not going well, or even in the toughest spots, is for 95% of the hitters, and I'm completely making that up, it seems like chase is what ends up doing you in. And it doesn't ever seem to be the thing for him.
Yeah, the anxiety of a big moment, right? Guys tend to expand their zone a little bit.
1-2. Off the outside edge.
Case in point. That's a pitch a lot of guys are going to go after.
Two and two, man at first, one out. Tucker back in. Aiken. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And Kyle Tucker is gone. The Cubs are down to their final out.
Yeah, got beat by a real good pitch. Changeup on the plate, just dipping down a little bit below the knees.
I mean, barely under the strike zone. Ball one to Seiya Suzuki. Seiya 0 for 2. He's reached on a couple of walks. He's got Birdie at first. Birdie's the tying run. Orioles 4, Cubs 3, bottom 9.
See how brave they are with this 2-0 pitch.
Foul back, yeah. Got Rutschman right in the mask. Two and one. The pitch to Seiya. Aiken wants a new baseball. Good take. Ball 3. It's filled up. So here we go. Pete Crow Armstrong would be next if Seiya can reach and keep the game going. Birdie's at first, 2 down. Bottom 9. Cubs down a run. And Aiken.
Yeah, put the whammy on him. Orioles playing no doubles in the outfield. Very deep, guarding the line at third. Birdie moves with the pitch.
3-2. And PCA is going to have a chance. Ball 4. And Drew Fretch, the pitching coach, is going to take some time and have a chat with Keegan Aiken.
Calm things down a little bit for him. Give the crowd a chance to quiet down. But they'll pick it back up. A little refresher on how they want to go after PCA. Reminder to the infielders, knock the ball down.
And again, it's been a tough day for Pete. 0 for 4. And he has struck out each of his last 3 times up. Cubs Post Game Live is coming up at the conclusion of this game. Birdie's at second. He's the tying run. Suzuki at first. He's the winning run. Everybody on their feet. And PCA got a pretty good one that he found it back.
Challenge fastball. He got a pretty good rip at it.
Swing and a miss. And Aiken ahead, 0-2. Two on, two out, 0-2 on Pete Crow Armstrong. Aiken. And PCA lays off.
That was the pitch that got him last time. Chased the fastball way up out of the zone. The previous strikeout, he was rung up on a pitch that was way out of the zone.
Aiken says yes. PCA waits. 2-2. What's he go with here?
I would think they go back to that high fastball.
First and second, 2 away. Cubs down a run. And that's curled foul.
With the changeup, it was a bit of a hanger, but caught him out in front. No way he wanted to throw that pitch up there, but he got away with it. He's geared up for the heater.
Egan Aiken ready. 2-2. And they'll do it again. PCA has had so many moments this year, offensively and defensively. Pretty good pitch to hit right there.
Because of that changeup, you got to wait just a beat, and then a little bit tardy on the heater.
And time asked for. Birdie at second, Suzuki at first. 4-3 Orioles. 2-2. Struck him out, and that'll do it. The Orioles finish off the Cubs as they rally late. The Gunnar Henderson home run is the difference. And a tough loss for the Cubs.
Yeah, boy, a beautiful day at the ballpark, and so many things going well for so long here today. Kick in the gut loss for the Cubs as they give it up in the 8th inning. Just the 5th time this year they've lost a ball game in which they've had a lead after 7.
Cubs with 9 strikeouts today to help AbbVie's Striking Out Cancer Initiative. AbbVie, people, passion, possibilities. 9 strikeouts as AbbVie donates $233 for every Cubs strikeout at Wrigley Field. Tough one here, and time for our toast of the game. It's brought to you by Binny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Yeah, among the many good things we saw today from the Cubs was the debut of Willie Castro, who got his first start in a Cub uniform out at second base. Delivered a couple of knocks. Just won a 3-base hit they got by the right fielder, and a couple really nice plays in the field. Watch this one, a little glove-to-glove action for the versatile Willie Castro. So tough day for the Cubs, but a good day for the newbie Castro. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
So the Cubs will look to bounce back tomorrow afternoon as Colin Ray gets the start, and right now it looks like it will be Brandon Young going for the Baltimore Orioles. For Jim DeShays, Taylor McGregor, and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for watching Chicago Cubs baseball here on Marquee Sports Network. Again, your final, the Orioles win it 4-3 over the Cubs. Tomorrow, the series finale. Coverage begins at noon. Coming up, Cubs postgame live. Cole Wright and Rick Sutcliffe. Stick around.